Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from group 2 and here in this video we are going to explain about our article analysis of an article entitled Critical Thinking in Academic Reading, EFL Student Perceptions and Challenges by Maab et al. That published on 2024. Next please. Okay, before we go to the explanation, let me introduce our group members. So there are Eki Wisnu, Diva Talita, CELSI YANUARSI, and GRACIA CARISSA. Next, please. Okay, so this research or this article is explained about the relationship between academic reading and critical thinking in EFL students. And the objectives of this research is to identify challenges among second semester English education students at UNY or Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta. And the next slide will be delivered by Gracia.
And now we're going to talk about how was the research conducted. The first one, we're going to talk about the approach. So this research using the combination of Likert scale questionnaires, which is included as a quantitative method, and semi-structured interviews, which is a qualitative technique. And then for the next one, we have the instrument of the research. We have questionnaire based on Bloom's taxonomy and interviews. Well, for data source, there are responses from 19 master students enrolled in our scientific writing class. Then for the analysis, we have quantitative data analyzed using SPSS, qualitative insight examined through thematic analysis. The last one for the participants consists of 16 females and 3 males. For the next slide is going to be explained by Diva.
Okay, so what did the study reveal? Here we are divided into three subpoints, and the first subpoint is main findings. In the main findings, the students reported positive perception of their academic reading and critical thinking skills. This is supported by high average scores across all six levels of Bloom's taxonomy, indicating that students feel confident in recalling information, understanding main ideas, applying knowledge, analyzing arguments, summarizing content, and also evaluating ideas. These results suggest that academic reading proficiency significantly contributes to the development of critical thinking. Okay, and the next point is the student struggles. Despite their positive self-assessments, students also reported several common challenges that hindered their reading and thinking processes. These included difficulty understanding complex vocabulary, struggling to retain detailed information from lengthy academic texts, and needing multiple readings to comprehend core ideas. Many found it hard to distinguish between fact and opinion, especially in text with subtle bias, and some had trouble drawing conclusions or evaluating the strength of arguments. These struggles highlight gaps between perceived competence and actual reading comprehension performance. And on this study also revealed about comparison with the past study, like uh, in Anwar Sailuddin 2022, that similarly found that Indonesian students struggle with the complexity of academic reading texts. And in Kent's 2017, that is supported that the idea that higher academic achievement is closely tied to stronger critical thinking skills, a connection reflected in the current participants' performance. Furthermore, the study also aligns with Kakajak 2014, who emphasized that critical thinking involves an active process of assessing, evaluating, and drawing conclusions. And the next slide will be delivered by Eki.
Okay, the next slides. So the next slides is about the discussion of the studies. We presented in 3 points in deep analysis, limitation, and implication. So, the first one is in-depth analyze. The study analyzed student challenge in academic reading and critical thinking, focusing on a complex vocabulary, distinguishing fact from opinion, and understanding interdisciplinary text. And next is the limitation. The study acknowledges its unlimited of being conducted in a single university, which might affect the generalizability of the finding. And the last one is the implication. The study emphasizes the importance of developing critical thinking skills in education and recommends incorporating specific support strategies into teachings and learnings. And the next slide will conducted by Chelsea.
Okay, now we move to the conclusion. So in conclusion, we have four main points that are summary, contribution, practical suggestion, and we also add suggestion for future research. Now let's start with the summary. From this study, we can conclude that students see a strong link between academic reading and also critical thinking. However, they still face challenges such as complex vocabulary, distinguishing facts from opinions, and also synthesizing or evaluating text. For the contribution, this study contribute to help students to improve their English skills and also help teachers to improve their teaching strategies, and also this study help researchers. Now, we move to the practical suggestion. So the practical suggestion is to implement structured reading approaches and target critical thinking exercises to support student development. And we also have suggestion for future research, that is to adopt structure reading strategies and integrate critical thinking exercises to enhance students' cognitive and analytical abilities. So that's all from our group about this article analysis. Thank you.